Welcome. This is the Senior Safety Advice Podcast, and we are so glad that you've made it to a calmer corner of your day. Here, we focus on real solutions, practical help, and the kind of encouragement we could all use a little more of. So let's get to it.
When love starts to feel like work, something important is happening. You might still care deeply, you might still show up every day, but inside you feel tired and heavy, maybe even a little numb. And then the guilt creeps in. If that sounds familiar, stay with me. Today I'm talking about why caregiving can turn love into labor, how that shift affects your heart, and what you can do to bring compassion back without burning yourself out. I'm Robin Schultz, a senior home safety specialist. I've worked with older adults and family caregivers for many years. I've seen this pattern again and again, and I want you to know you're not failing. You're responding to something very real. When caregiving begins, it usually starts with love. You help with a ride, you check in more often, you step up because you care. But over time, the tasks grow. Medications and appointments and bills and safety worries and repeating the same answers and managing moods and putting out emotional fires. At some point, love quietly turns into responsibility. And responsibility feels like work. Work has schedules and pressure and no days off. And when love feels like work, your nervous system notices. You may feel tense before visits. You might be irritated over small things. You may feel drained before the day even starts. That does not mean you love the person less. It means your role has changed. One of the biggest struggles I see is that caregivers think they're supposed to feel warm and patient all the time. They think compassion should come naturally. But compassion is not an endless resource. It needs rest and support and boundaries. When compassion is pushed past its limits, it turns into resentment or emotional shutdown. And that can feel scary. You might think, what kind of person feels this way about someone they love? Well, the answer is a human one. Caregiving mixes two things that don't naturally go together: emotional attachment and constant obligation. When those collide, your brain goes into survival mode. You start doing what needs to be done, not what feels connected. And that's when love feels like work. So let's talk about what helps. First, separate the person from the tasks. Your loved one is not the list of things you have to manage. They are still a whole person even when they need help. When everything becomes task-focused, connection disappears. So try this. Before you jump into caregiving mode, take a minute, just one. Sit and make eye contact and ask a non-task question. Something simple like, what was the best part of your day yesterday? Or what's something you've been thinking about lately? This small pause reminds your brain that you're in a relationship, not just a job. Second, name the emotional load. Caregiving is not just physical work, it's emotional labor. You carry worry and decision-making and responsibility for safety and grief for what's changing. If you don't name that weight, it sits inside you and hardens. Say it out loud, even if only to yourself. This is a lot. That sentence matters. It creates space for self-compassion. Third, stop measuring love by patience. Many caregivers judge themselves by how calm they stay, but patience isn't the same as love. You can love deeply and still feel frustrated. You can care deeply and still need to take a break. Love shows up in many forms. Sometimes it looks like stepping back. Sometimes it looks like asking for help. Sometimes it looks like doing less so you can stay emotionally present. Fourth is build in recovery time, not just time off. A day off doesn't always help if your mind never rests. Recovery means activities that calm your nervous system. Quiet walks, sitting without talking, gentle movement, music, something that brings your body out of alert mode. Even 10 minutes a day can help your system reset. And finally, adjust your expectations. Caregiving is not meant to feel fulfilling every moment. Some days it will feel meaningful and other days it will feel mechanical. That does not define the relationship, it just defines the season you're in. You are allowed to feel both love and exhaustion at the same time. If love feels like work right now, it doesn't mean that love is gone. It means it's under strain. And strained things need support, not judgment. You're doing something hard. You're showing up in ways most people never see. And you deserve compassion too. So thanks for joining me today. Please share this episode with someone you care about who could use the information to make their life safer. You'll find more resources for seniors and caregivers on our website at seniorsafetyadvice.com. And if you're searching for an Aging in Place specialist, please visit our sister website at aginginplacedirectory.com. Then come back tomorrow for another daily moment of guidance and encouragement right here on the Senior Safety Advice Podcast. Oh, and by the way, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel or to this podcast yet, go ahead and do that right now. Until next time, thanks for listening. Take care. Bye.
This podcast is part of our mission to help older adults live safely and independently. If you'd like to take the next step, visit aginginplacedirectory.com, where you'll find specialists, helpful resources, and inspiration to make every home your place to thrive.